Hey everybody, I saw a conversation online that um, caused me to react via this vlog. And basically, there are a couple people who were, excuse me, upset that CNN's Anderson Cooper was making an opinion, opining, as opposed to telling the news. In other words, offering the news without pouring in their own emotions. And it occurred to me that in reading what these uh, friends and folks were posting, uh, they were really coming from a perspective of the traditional media idea that the journalist is supposed to be objective, something I have long, for decades, said was impossible, folly to achieve, unachievable. And now, what's happened is because of the rise of the internet and then, of course, digital media within it and video, we're in the age of the influencer. The influencer is a person who has a YouTube channel or some video channel now. And again, it's podcasts. I say now and again because before the rise of podcasts to their current popularity, we had such platforms as, and I believe still have, Blog Talk Radio and a number of other platforms similar to Blog Talk Radio in the mid aughts. But the bottom line is people like a number of YouTubers, Cenk Uygur as of the Young Turks comes to mind, what I have done for years, and other examples of YouTubers who have established some level of recognition for having a regular output of video blogs on their thoughts of the day about the issues and topics of the day. In other words, they have opinions. And today, people want to see who's behind the curtain writing something. They want to know who that person is. Anonymity, impossible. If you write something in particular that's explosive, people want to know what you look like. If you're writing something that might be offensive to, say, African Americans, they're going to want to know what you look like. All right? If you're opining about something that has to do with space and space exploration and happens to be thoughtful and creative, they're going to want to know what you look like. That's human nature. And so that dynamic of human nature has given rise to the influencer. The problem is that traditional media, outside of television, has not created its influencers. It has tried to keep the people that would be its influencers hidden. And so it's no surprise that when the traditional media organizations actually move into the video space, they do so without influencers because it's not part of their cultural DNA. They don't get it. And so opportunities to make oogobs of money from sponsors go by the wayside. Money's lost, jobs are lost, and hey, eventually, so are organizations. Influencers matter, and they always will. They just shift from one platform to the other, or in the cases, they become multi-platform. But look at people like, for example, Justine Erzik. She's been rocking the influencer game on YouTube for years. Saw her at CES this year. Or you can think about people like Renetto, one of the first YouTuber partners who opined about race and politics, more race than politics, and had a lot of fun, did so in a playful way. Wonder what happened to Paul Robinette. There's a history of influencers here, particularly with respect to YouTube, that you should be familiar with. Influencers rule. subscribe to Zenny62, and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com.